Society puts all of these expectations and programs into us that we have to do, go, effort, work, make things happen. That very much puts us into our masculine. We, as women, are innately so strong mentally and emotionally. We are so powerful. And at the same time, we forget or are conditioned out of the power that is our feminine side, our feminine energy. I'm not speaking in terms of gender, I'm speaking in terms of energetics. We learn to hustle, we learn to push, we learn to survive. And while those things have their place, it pushes us further and further out of our feminine until it's so far locked up that it's a fight or a struggle to get back in tune with it. For myself, I did a regression with a colleague of mine. So I'm certified in something called RTT. It stands for Rapid Transformational Therapy. Essentially, it's a form of hypnosis where we use regression to go back to scenes in your life, oftentimes from childhood, where you formed limiting beliefs, blockages. Um, Essentially, we go back to the root cause of whatever's going on with you. And so I did a session to get back in tune with my feminine energy. This was at a time where I was just starting to develop intuitively, and so I knew that intuition is a feminine energy uh, imprint. And so I wanted to see what was stopping me from really being in my feminine. And when I went back to those first couple of scenes, I saw myself as a very young kid. I was at my grandma's house and I was just twirling, dancing, free, which is very feminine energy. I had no worries. Essentially, what I was shown by my subconscious mind was that I felt safe. And in feeling safe, I was able to be free, to express myself, to move my body, to play. And in one of the latter scenes, when I went to my family house where I had to, go to school, um, I'm not going to get too far into the details, but essentially I could see exactly when the switch was made and I no longer felt safe. I locked that feminine aspect of myself up. The interesting thing was, as I was kind of piecing those scenes together, I remembered in hypnosis, as I was, under, that when I was in the feminine, when I was in those scenes of just dancing in my grandma's backyard, that was a time where I would only wear dresses. And so everyone's different. I'm not saying you can't be feminine wearing pants. I'm wearing pants right now. It has nothing to do with dressing. But it was very interesting as I was getting the understandings that I was looking for, that as soon as I went back to my mom's house where I did not feel safe, I never wore dresses almost throughout the rest of my childhood, if I can remember, if I'm remembering accurately. I then all of a sudden switched to wearing only pants. And again, that part, that feminine energy was locked away because she did not feel safe. So, if you are someone who wants to get back in tune with her feminine, whether it's to develop intuitively or just to improve your relationships, or maybe even to manifest, because feminine energy is the receiving energy. And if we're not able to receive, if we're not comfortable receiving, it's very difficult to manifest. We are responsible to create that sense of safety within ourselves. As that little girl, I was learning the lessons in life, I was growing. And now, as an adult, It's my responsibility to create that sense of safety within myself. And just like when you're hungry, you must feed yourself, it is the same thing with feeling safe, with regulating your nervous system to feel safe. So if you have questions about that, leave them in the comment section. If you are ready to work with a coach, work with a guide to look at whatever is at the root cause of what's stopping you from being in your feminine energy, or what limiting beliefs you have around that, or imprints or stuck energy, I do offer a 30-minute free consultation call on my website, healingwithjenna.com, and I will see you on the next video.